Hello, my name is Nicholas Harris, and today I will be taking you through my product called DriveDeal. So, here we have Nasvo. He's a gentleman who not only loves the idea of cars, but loves the idea of falling in love with the car and making a personal connection with the vehicle. But he also knows how difficult it is to actually find the perfect one that suits what you're looking for. And so, what is our goal here at DriveDeal? We're here to provide a stress-free and unique car buying experience that caters towards younger folks. So here we go. Here I have my solution. Um, so you can see this is a little template of what the website will look like. It has a little definition of the services themselves and the kind of the backstory to why I started the website up. And we have four listings below that give you a general overview of the car itself, being the mileage, the year, the specifications, the model, everything you would want to know before you even consider buying the car. And so here's a competition we have. There's about three main competitors that we would kind of compete with in the market. It'd be Cars and Bids, Facebook Marketplace, and BringATrailer.com. All of these have their own different benefits and drawbacks. So DriveDeal is free to post, it allows test drives, and it allows all cars. Cars and Bids is none of these, as they require, I believe, a $5 posting fee. They do not allow you to test drive or return the car, and they do not allow anything older than 1980, and they do not allow every single type of car either. Marketplace, I would say, is the most similar to DriveDeal, as it's free to post and it allows every car that you can possibly dream of to be posted. But the test drive's up to the dealership, the owner of the car, sorry, rather than, so it's yes or no, rather than a definitive no. And Bring a Trailer is very similar to Cars and Bids. In fact, Cars and Bids is basically a copy and paste of Bring a Trailer, just for different, more unique niche cars. And once again, they charge the post. You can't return or test drive the car before you see it, and they don't allow every single car. And so, what makes us stand out and what makes us different? Like I said earlier, other websites such as Cars and Bids and Bring a Trailer both lack the feature that DriveDeal has that puts us one step above them. The option to test drive a car and potentially rent the car for a short period of time is, in my opinion, one of the most beneficial things that you could do when buying a car. Only because buyer's remorse is too common for a trial period of the vehicle for not to be available. Some companies, such as CarMax or Carvana, actually offer this, but they're more of a general car buying website rather than a specific focus towards enthusiast or younger car enthusiast. Here we have our transaction process. You have the car owner and the car buyer all posting to DriveDeal themselves. The cost of the renting fee per hour is either per hour or per day, and like it says, $25 to $150 an hour, or $100 to $500 a day, based on the car's rarity, MSRP, and insurance cost. And the buyer will accept that given rate, and they choose whether they want to rent it for a couple hours or a couple days, so on and so forth. But they must have a valid driver's license and insurance present with them to avoid all liability issues. Here we have our market opportunity. So far, we will start in the general Phoenix, Arizona area, where there's about 132,000 cars on the road right now. Then we would move towards the southwestern United States, where there's about 3.6 million cars on the road. And then in the future, we would expand out to the entire continental United States, where there's about 27 million cars. And here we have a little bit about our team and our story. So I'm Nicholas Harris. I'm the founder. I'm a fourth-year automotive student. When I have a deep interest in cars, I dream someday that I have at least owned or driven the cars that I've always looked modeled after, or a dream car, or anything of that sorts. It's just something that I would really like to do. And David Ely is my co-founder. He's a self-licensed mechanic where he fixes old Ferraris, vintage cars such as Aston Martins or Porsches. And he also goes to ASU with myself, and together we came up with the idea for Dream Deal. And then we have Abdullah. He's our financial overseer slash user interface designer. He's a fourth-year mechanical engineering student at ASU. And he doesn't have a deep interest in cars like David or I do, but he does like surrounding himself with people who are enthusiastic about it, and he was more than happy to join the team for us. So here we have our timeline. Our future and as is we can hope for about a 13 It's a 16-month process with about a $5,000 startup fee. You can see we start from May 25 all the way to June 26, where we get our startup fee, and then we set up the website with a small control group, and then if that pans out well, then we'll expand out to different areas nationwide. And then in the very final step that I would hope to we see is expanding our listings with higher performance cars and maybe even release a mobile app to make the whole process more streamlined compared to a website. And here we have the closing remarks. We have Jeremy Clarkson, who is, of course, the previous host of Top Gear and the Grand Tour. He says cars are more than just machines, they're alive, which is an ideology that I myself, and I know David definitely believes, as cars are more than just four wheels and a cabin to drive around. They have personality and they're unique in their own right. And we have a quote from a potential customer saying, DriveDeal has allowed me to achieve my dreams and drive everything I've ever wanted. And these are experiences that I'll never forget. So overall, DriveDeal is a unique experience that gives the buyer the option to test drive or rent a car for a period of time, which lets us stand out compared to our competitors. And I hope you will give us a chance in the future. Thank you.